Welcome to a training session on civil rights. The USDA requires that any program receiving federal financial assistance provide training to its staff on civil rights. What are civil rights? Civil rights refer to the fair and equitable treatment of all customers and employees. Civil rights prohibit discrimination that is based upon race, color, national origin, age, sex, or disability. The goals of civil rights are to eliminate barriers to program benefits, to provide equal treatment in the delivery of programs and services to all, to ensure all applicants and participants understand their rights and responsibilities, and to show respect and dignity to all. What is a protected class? A protected class refers to any person or group of people who have characteristics for which discrimination is prohibited based upon a law, regulation, or an executive order. Protected classes in schools are race, color, national origin, age, sex, and disability. Collection and use of racial and ethnicity data. All schools who participate in any USDA child nutrition program must have a system to collect racial and ethnic data of its program participants in accordance with the FNS policy. The data is used to determine the state's compliance with federal civil rights laws. The Information Department collects this data when a student registers for school in District 833. This data must be maintained on file for 3 years. Access to this information is restricted to authorized school personnel. In reference to this, there are 5 racial categories: American Indian or Alaskan Native, Asian, Black or African American, Native Hawaiian or other Pacific Islander, or white. And then there are also 2 ethnic categories: Hispanic/Latino, or non-Hispanic/Latino. Public notification. Program availability. We must inform the public of their program rights and responsibilities and the steps necessary for participation. We do this through the website, automated phone calls, listservs, newsletters, monthly menus, as well as the window on education publication, which is mailed to every household in District 833. Applicants and participants must be advised of their right to file a discrimination complaint, how to file a complaint, and the complaint procedures. We comply with this regulation by posting Justice for All posters in every lunchroom, by disclosing the information on our website, and in our correspondence to parents. Our non-discrimination statement is posted on the And Justice for All posters, the Nutrition Services Department website on the main page, the printed elementary menus, and the online menus. Equal access. Schools must provide equal access to all eligible participants regardless of race, color, national origin, sex, age, or disability. For example, the Angel Fund must be administered fairly regardless of race, color, national origin, sex, age, or disability. If your school has determined that the Angel Fund is administered by Nutrition Services, be sure that the cook manager and the lead cashier have developed a plan to equitably administer the funds to all students in need. Reasonable accommodations. A school is required to provide food substitutions or modifications if a physician's statement is on file that describes the participant's disability that prevents the participant from eating the regularly offered foods. The doctor's note must be clear what substitutions need to be made. As an added note, when food or beverage substitutions are requested for a non-disabled participant, i.e. a participant who requests a vegetarian diet or a religious-based diet, the school may decide whether or not to honor the special dietary request. It is not considered to be a civil rights issue should the school decide not to honor the special dietary request. If a student cannot drink milk, the law requires that we accept a parent's statement. However, only lactose-reduced milk can be given as a substitute unless we have a physician's statement on file which states the student has a disability and must be given an alternate as a substitution. It is important that we, in nutrition services, do not disclose a student's eligibility to anyone. The eligibility codes must not be printed on cashier reports used to assist students with their personal identification numbers. Cashiers must also be careful to use the same verbiage with all students. For example, "I am sorry you do not have enough money on your account for that item," is a statement that can be made to every student regardless of eligibility. Schools must try to make accommodations for people with limited English proficiency. The application for educational benefits is available in 4 different languages on the district website as well as the Nutrition Services website. However, additional languages are available if requested. Forms are available on the FNS website, http://education.state.mn.us/MDE. Here is an example of a reasonable accommodation situation and the correct response. A parent complains about the choices provided during breakfast and demands that gluten-free products be provided for their child. The school is required to provide the gluten-free products if a physician has determined that the participant is disabled according to federal definitions and the physician has prescribed gluten-free products on the special diet statement. This situation only becomes a civil rights issue if the child has a recognized disability and the school has not accommodated the child's special dietary needs. If the participant is not disabled, the school may make food substitutions at their discretion. District 833 has chosen to make substitutions only if we have a physician's statement of a disability. Here's another situation of a reasonable accommodation. Representatives from an ethnic minority group contact the school and insist that ethnic food choices be made available. The correct answer is, requirements allow a school to decide what foods will be served on a menu as long as the menus meet meal pattern requirements in terms of food components and required quantities. Therefore, this request is not considered to be a civil rights issue. Additionally, District 833 has made the decision to offer as few pork items as possible on our menus. Additionally, we always offer a pork-free option on days when pork items are served. We are not required to do so, but we have opted to do so to keep our participation rates high and to meet the requests of a large section of our population. If a participant has a civil rights complaint in regard to their participation in the school nutrition programs, advise them to send the complaint to the address found on the "And Justice for All" poster. A person alleging discrimination has a right to file a complaint within 180 days of the discriminatory action. If the complaint is verbal and the person alleging discrimination is not inclined to put the allegation in writing, the person to whom the complaint was made must write up the complaint on behalf of the complainant. The complaint write-up should be kept on file for 180 days from the date of the alleged discriminatory action. Please contact your cook manager immediately for assistance if there is a civil rights complaint. Most civil rights complaints can be addressed if we simply listen to the complaint openly, remain calm, and explain the situation. Often explaining that we did not have any malintentions in our actions is enough to diffuse the situation.